Good evening. I'm Dr. Joshua Russell. I'm the headmaster of Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart in Peoria, Illinois. And I'm here this evening in the Fiat Films studio in Peoria, Illinois. And it's great to be with you this evening. I'm very grateful for all of you who are joining us tonight for this live event. And we're excited to be here tonight. We're here tonight. I'm here tonight because we need your support. We need your support at Chesterton Academy on this Giving Tuesday. And we want you to see, though, what it is that you're supporting. We don't want you to just be supporting the school because we're here. We want you to get a glimpse of what goes on at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. I have the wonderful joy as the headmaster of getting to work with these young men and women each and every day in the classroom. And I get to see them every day, and it's one of the best parts, the very best part of what I get to do. But I want you to get tonight a glimpse of what goes on, a glimpse of the hope that these young men and women bring to me, to the other faculty members, to our staff each and every day, and to see what this academy is about. I believe that this is more than just an academic education. Chesterton Academy is founded on pillars of intellectual, spiritual, and character formation. And while we're certainly concerned about career preparation and the intellectual growth of our students, we know that there has to be an authentic faith formation, and there has to be an authentic leadership formation, and that this authentic leadership comes from building character, becoming an honorable, respectable leader, someone who can lead, someone who can be followed and has great ideas, has the ability to articulate those ideas. So this is really what tonight is about. It's an opportunity to see a little bit inside of the academy and see the great fruits of this and to see the talents of these young men and women at work tonight. As we go through this evening, you'll find in the chat we've placed a donate link. There will be a donate link in the chat box this evening over the course of the evening, as well as a QR code that will appear on the screen from time to time. You may use either of these ways, and those will direct you to a place where you can donate to Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. And we are very, very grateful for that support that you give us.
You go ahead and tell them that's there.
All right, that is there on the screen right now. You can see if you follow that QR code, if you take a look in the chat box, you can follow that to our donate link. One of the things we want to share with you this evening is a unique project that happened over the course of the last month at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. We've been talking in the 3.5 years that the school has been here, we've been talking about the way that we are excited to form the future leaders of our families, of our businesses, of our communities, our church, our society, of the world. And we decided to put a project together that would really, so to speak, put our money where our mouth was. We decided to hand over a very substantial portion of our marketing budget to our students tonight. And as we were pursuing the opportunity to get the word out about Chesterton Academy, we offered the opportunity to the two houses in our school, House Augustine and House Chrysostom, the chance to make a short 1-minute video that tells some of the stories, some of the main things that they want you to hear about the school. And we're going to share those with you this evening. I want to thank Mr. Sam Mangieri and Leah Mangieri of Fiat Films for their help and their support with this project. The students, as we worked on this, had the opportunity to meet with Sam multiple times in the preparation. The students had various parts that they would fulfill. We had student directors and assistant directors. We had actors. And then some of the students were responsible for the background footage of these films. And the students were then responsible for putting their scripts together and assembling this. And again, I thank the Mangieris of Fiat Films for their tremendous work and support of the students. Found that they are not only able to hear the things the students were telling them and put this together into a great story, but also the support that they had for the students, the encouragement through this entire project, and the great artistry that came out of this. So a big thank you to them for their support through all of this. In this project, you're going to see a culmination of many of the skills that students at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart learn on a daily basis. At the Academy, frankly, we don't use a great deal of technology and media in the classrooms. On a day-to-day basis, we're focused on developing the interpersonal skills, helping the students learn to interact with one another, to develop and articulate their ideas clearly in a compelling and persuasive way. The focus is truly on speaking, discussing, and interacting with one another in the classroom and throughout the day. And many times we get asked about this. Are you opposed to technology? Is this something that Chesterton is oppositional to? And the answer that I've told many times to people is that, of course not. We certainly are not. We believe in the excellent and appropriate use of technology in media. And we also believe that if the students learn how to write, to speak, to articulate their ideas in a compelling way, they can then associate that with various technologies, with various media, to get these ideas across, to become great leaders in the society, and to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ in a compelling way. It's not anything that we believe is new. Here in Peoria, the great Fulton Sheen, who was a great advocate in support of classical education, as we all know, was a master at utilizing the media and technology to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ to this world. And we want to encourage our students to find that purpose, find that calling that they have, use their talents, use their skills in these ways as they are called, and to spread that message. And so this is really what tonight is about, is to share these two videos that are going to speak to the question of how Chesterton Academy helps the students work together each day to find and fulfill their purpose in life. So again, as we go through this evening, we're going to show you here first the video from St. Augustine, how St. Augustine. Again, over the course of the evening, you'll find a donate link in the chat box, as well as occasionally the QR code on the screen. But again, we want you to see that which you're supporting this evening with the students. One final word before we show you this first video from House Augustine. At Chesterton Academy, we divide the students into two houses. This is somewhat similar to the student council system that you see in many schools. It's based on a 1,000-year-old tradition of Oxford and Cambridge, and our houses are named after saints. And the first house here tonight is House Augustine, and we'd like to show you their video, again, speaking to this idea of how Chesterton Academy helps the students to work together each day to find and fulfill their purpose in life.
What is my purpose? Well, I would say that my purpose is to act, speak, and think virtuously. Chesterton's motto is Cultura Vitae, which means culture of life. In Latin, we learned that the words life and virtue are really similar. In the books and stories we talk about in literature class, I can see a pattern about the people that live virtuously being the people that can achieve happiness and eternal life.
As you're working on group projects, you can grow in virtue because each person has their own strengths and weaknesses, which you can bring to the project. When my partner and I were making sundials in science, we each brought something unique to the project and managed to create something pretty awesome.
I really enjoy going to Mass every morning because it reminds me that not only are we connected by a shared education, but by a shared faith.
The friendships I'm making here is something I never expected. At other schools, you pass strangers in the hall. But here, I pass a friend. And I know these friendships will last because they survive our intense PE. In the end, we're all working towards the same goal.
And together, we're finding a way to heaven.
Chesterton.
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 That's the Chesterton difference.
What is my...
And there you have the first video, the product of this project by House Augustine, demonstrating their take on the Chesterton difference and the way that they work together to fulfill and to find their purpose at this time in high school. As we were working on this project, we were talking about some of the components of the school behind the scenes that are hallmarks of the school, the idea of a Socratic discussion. This is one of the hallmarks of a Chesterton Academy education, where in the classroom we, as teachers, pose questions to the students that help them to discuss and dive deeply into the texts, the philosophy, the literature that we're reading, the scriptures that we read, and to find together these deeper truths, these deeper meanings of each of these texts. And one of the results of this is we see the way that it draws out the natural abilities of the students. They get to share their ideas with each other, with the faculty. They learn from each other. It's not so much about debate as that opportunity to share these ideas. And we do see that it draws the students out, and even some of the students that have a tendency to be quiet, to be shy. And we were discussing this, some of us behind the scenes the day, and how to demonstrate this. And I realized as I was watching that particular video being filmed, parts of it, I came out of my office into the hallway, and they were filming a couple of the interviews. And one of our students, the student director for this project for House Augustine, Miss Anna Schultz, was there. And I look back behind the camera as this is going on. And here is Miss Schultz, who was a student when she started with this as a freshman. So many people talked about her coming in, that she was a quiet young lady. And I look back behind the camera, and she's standing on this box, standing up on this box, and is giving with great confidence these instructions to her housemates, giving them ideas about how to deliver their lines, the things that they want to make sure and get through, how to exude this, and all in a very positive, inspiring way. It's really, it exemplified one of the great aspects of leadership. It's not that you're just about having people follow you around, but you're evoking the natural skills and talents and abilities of your team, evoking those things that are already there, but might not have been brought to light if it wasn't for that great leadership. And so I asked Sam as we were filming that day, is there any way, can we turn that camera around? Can we get a shot of this? So I want to speak to this and have the opportunity to share this. These are the kinds of things that we're working for in the classroom. It's a testament to that model. It's a testament to her. It's a testament to the students, the way that they work so hard to develop their skills and draw these things out of each other together as a team. And so this is just one of those many behind the scenes opportunities to show the way that the students, and Ms. Schultz in this case very particularly, has this just tremendously compelling personality and this care for drawing these skills out of her fellow classmates. I again want to encourage you, please, as you see these things, as you see what's going on in the Academy, to take a look in the chat box. We have a link in there. We have the QR codes that appear on the screen that you can use your phone to link to a place to donate to the school and continue to support this great education, this opportunity that's growing. I want to take the opportunity to thank another very, very special group of people and that is the faculty of Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. The faculty at the Academy are the ones that make this education possible, that make these results possible. They're working with the students every single day in the classroom. They're available at times after school, after class, between classes, and it's truly an honor to get to spend each day in the school with this incredibly experienced bunch of professionals. And it's really important to me to note that this is not a one-man show. I may be sitting here this evening here in the chair in the studio, but it's not about me. It's really about the students. It's about evoking these skills, this purpose from these students, and but even more than them, it's ultimately about Jesus Christ. It's about finding and fulfilling our purpose that God has for our lives. And I thank the faculty for the way that they do this in such an expert way. My colleagues, Dr. Campbell, who's a full-time humanities teacher. He wears many hats in helping leading the house system at Chesterton Academy, teaching many of the humanities classes, running our physical education program at the school. And I thank him for the many great projects that he brings to the school that inspire the students. Mr. Anderson and his great expertise in theology. Mrs. Harvey, great rigorous expectations in math, Mr. Smith, our drama director, Mr. Gibson, Mrs. Fate, our new math instructors in geometry statistics, Ms. Berlinger, who spends an extraordinary amount of time with the students outside of class, Mrs. Williams, her great inspiring science classes. Thank Mrs. Heft for her inspiration to the students in the context of Spanish. And I think Mrs. Knott, our tremendous art instructor, the incredible artistic skills that she evokes. I know that Mrs. Knott has this incredible spirituality that she brings into the art classes. I've had the incredible opportunity of speaking at a couple of Chesterton Society functions, and I found that Mrs. Knott, I believe, is maybe the person that I've quoted the most in those. Understanding of the way that our holiness, the way that our spirituality affects all of the work that we do. So again, it's very important to me to thank those individuals. They are the ones, as I said before, that make these results possible through their tremendous dedication each and every day. When we opened Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart in 2017, our first year, August of 2017, we were the 11th school in a national network of Chesterton Academies. In the 3.5 years since we've been there, that network has grown to over 30 academies. There are most of those in the United States, 2 of them in Canada, there's 1 of them in Italy. And they're expecting that network to grow to 50 or 60 schools over the next 2 to 3 years. At that time, having over 5,000 students, expecting over 5,000 students in these academies. Tremendous number of benefits that come to us from being in the Chesterton Academy Network. One of the things that we saw immediately is that by having this proven, reputable model in the country, a number of the colleges and universities reached out to us right from the very first days of the academy. When they had a representative in the area or in the region, they would want to send somebody through to meet our students, to get to know them. We could see a very tangible advantage of that right away. I know that I have appreciated the support and the camaraderie of other headmasters in the network, listening to other teachers, master teachers, being able to connect to them. And also appreciate the opportunity as other schools come into the network that we get to give back and serve others. And so oftentimes as schools are opening, I will receive calls, they'll have questions, the opportunity to mentor some of the other new teachers and schools. And I received a call, this is actually about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, from a religious sister in Spokane, Washington, as they were getting ready to open an academy in Washington State. And we talked about a few questions that she had, and then she made an observation at the end of the conversation. She noticed a video that we had posted on our website that we made prior to opening in 2017, when we asked several of our incoming students they were coming in as freshmen and knew very little about the academy. What is it that you're excited about coming to Chesterton Academy? And her observation after watching this video was that I saw one student in there that was also in one of your later videos that you posted. And she remarked in the incredible development in this young man in just about a year and a half to 2 years time. And as we've made some of these videos for the school, we've had this opportunity to catalog some of this growth in these young men and women. And I want to share this example that she shared with me. I want to share that with you tonight. This is also featuring one of our seniors, Mr. Philip Rupert. And so I just want you to see this tremendous growth of this young man over his time at Chesterton Academy. This is the thing, after almost a decade of university teaching, this is one of the things that I love the most about being at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. Working with these high school students, you really get to see them grow into men and women from the very young age they start at to when they leave in the academy. And I just want to share that with you tonight. It's something that's a great source of joy for me, and I want to share that. So this is one of our seniors, Mr. Philip Rupert. This is a video that's been out there on our website, just a couple of clips of him answering some questions about what he's looking forward to. This was in 2017, before he entered as a freshman.
I'm going to be going into my freshman year, and so it'll be a very new start, and it'll be something that I'm not used to. I do a lot of sketching, generally cars, things like that. You're allowing others input, and that's very good, not only for allowing the kids to hear what they're going to need to adjust to, but also to how you're going to cope with the students to help them. I'm very excited for the art program and for the robotics program, as those are my favorite pastimes. I'm really happy.
All right, so there you see Mr. Rupert as an incoming freshman about a month or so before beginning in our first year at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. About a year and a half later, we filmed a video speaking about Chesterton Academy and some of the highlights of the school. And Mr. Rupert was featured in a brief clip in this video. And this is the one that this individual, that this sister from Spokane, Washington, spoke to me about the difference in that previous video that you just saw and this upcoming clip from about a year and a half later of spending time here at Chesterton Academy and spending time in the Socratic seminar.
One thing that I find especially good about the Socratic method is the ability to represent my ideas based on things that I've read, things that I've discussed. I'm not afraid to share my opinion. I think that is something that is very healthy.
And so it was a great, powerful point to me when she brought this up. Somebody from the outside that was not associated with the students, not associated with our particular school directly, to see this amazing difference. And again, we believe that this approach of Socratic education helps to evoke this, and I believe that Mr. Rupert would tell you that as well. But I do want to speak to the way that those clips are a testament to him, to Philip, this young man, the efforts, the hard work and dedication that he puts into his work, and also the testament that this is to his family, his parents, the way that they have helped him, helped to form him, have formed him. And this is so important to us to recognize that as well. We know that at the academy, at the school, in education, that we are privileged. It's an honor to come alongside of our parents, to be a part of their children's education. And we don't take that lightly. We don't take that for granted. And we're very grateful and honored to be a part of that. And this growth is not just a testament to this Socratic method, but to this effort of him and the family, which is so important. I get to share with you one more clip of Mr. Rupert. So that first one you saw was before he was a freshman. This next one you just saw was him as a sophomore. And just a few weeks ago, we had the opportunity to interview him again as we're preparing for another upcoming video talking about the Socratic seminar. And in this next video, you get to see a clip of him right now. And this is Philip Rupert on camera, and I was asking him on the spot, extemporaneously, some questions, some large questions about the influence of the program, the influence of the school on him, and these are his answers just off the cuff. You can see the development in the last one. I want you to see him now as a senior and see that accomplishment.
I feel as though in the Socratic method, no matter what you're talking about, as long as it is a constructive point, it can both strengthen the discussion at hand and can strengthen your confidence. Discussion is really the only way that you can get to know somebody, and so whether it's in class or outside of class, teachers are always willing to share their mind and the students theirs, and you can have a legitimate dialogue. I find that I'm able to glean a lot of the teacher's knowledge when I'm able to just to have one-on-one discussions with them, because that is when they're the most open and when I can ask particular questions. One of the most important ways to act as a leader is to be a servant leader. Whether or not you have the title, it doesn't matter. As long as you are the best follower as you possibly can be, you can act as a beacon to other people, teaching them through your own actions how to be a better person. Through all the papers and assignments that we have in class, we are challenged to cite exactly our examples from the book so that we can argue our points clearly. And I think that has really changed not only how I act in Socratic discussions, but how I'm able to argue with other people outside of school, having reliable sources and clear sources.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Philip, I thank you for the opportunity to get to work with you in the classroom these years. And we're just nothing but proud of you and your accomplishment. These are two of our seniors you've seen behind the scenes this evening. Anna Schultz here a little bit earlier directing, and Philip Rupert speaking. It's hard to express how exciting it is to work with them each day. And the great honor, the greatest professional honors of my life to get to work with you. I wish I had time this evening to share with you about each and every one of our students. This is part of being in the small class sizes of Chesterton Academy, is that not only do the students get to know each other well, but we as teachers get to know the students very well. And we get to see them grow, we get to see them develop. And I could, but won't, but could sit here for a very long time speaking to you about each and every one of them. We're very proud of all of you. We're very, very proud. I'm very proud of all of you. Mr. Rupert that you just saw is a member of House Chrysostom, the other house that we have in our house system at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. And we're going to show you here as we move towards the end of our evening here. One of the major parts of our evening still left to go, but this part of Chrysostom's video here very soon. Again, I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. You'll find in the chat box a place that you can link to donate to Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. And you'll also find a QR code that you can use on your smartphone that will also take you to a place where you can donate to the Academy. All of these donations go directly to our school right here in Peoria, Illinois, to continuing this education. We strive to be tremendously responsible stewards of those resources that you share with us. We choose to invest in our faculty, to bring experienced faculty to the school that the students have the opportunity to interact with. And we find ways to be very diligent and responsible in that budget, that we can find the most, get the most out of that. So we thank you very much for your support. I thank you for your prayers for the Academy. I thank you to all of you who have supported the Academy in so many other ways with your talents, your time, your efforts, your work. And we thank you for your financial support to Chesterton Academy for helping us to come alongside parents to form these young men and women. I thank, once again, the Fiat Film Company. I thank Fiat Films for their work. Again, as I think back on this project, we've had the great privilege of working with them before, and as I get to share and articulate our vision and our ideas for what we want, and in this case what the students wanted these videos tonight to look like, I'm just always awed at the way that Fiat Films is able to take our ideas, to hear this, to take the things that we want to do and to tell a compelling story and to put that together into such a beautiful artistic package that just says exactly what we want to say, the way we want to say it. And so again, a great thank you to Fiat Films, and it's hard again to recommend them enough. Finally, one more thank you before I go to this final video of the evening of House Chrysostom. I want to thank one of our staff and faculty members, Mr. Tyler Smith. Mr. Tyler Smith has been a part of Chesterton Academy for over 2 years now as our director of drama. All of the students are required to take the arts and drama throughout their time at Chesterton, and he has managed some amazing productions. He's joined us this year as a director of development and recruiting, and I thank him for his coordination of this project, of this video project, and some of the other video projects that you'll be seeing coming out of Chesterton Academy over the months ahead. So thank you to Mr. Tyler Smith for that tonight. All right, so I have one more video for us to see this evening. This is the entry of House Chrysostom, the student-produced, written video by House Chrysostom that speaks to the way that Chesterton Academy helps them work together each day to find and fulfill their purpose in life.
At Chesterton, no one is good. When the teachers ask us how we are, we always answer well. And if we say good, they ask, well, what are you good at? Everyone has a different answer. All the different talents that we answer with come together in the classroom in a really special way, and so my friends and I are able to show each other things that we couldn't ever find alone.
I really appreciate the sense of camaraderie and respect here. Since I'm able to spend every day with all of these amazing Catholic teens, it's really helped me open up about my faith, and it sparked some faith-based conversations with my friends outside of the school.
At this school, we're more than just classmates, we're a family. Our small size allows me to connect on an intimate level with my classmates, which is something that an average high school doesn't have to offer. Everyone here loves everyone for who they are, and when someone is down, the entire community comes and helps try to bring them up.
My time here has given me more pride and dedication in my work. I'm able to maintain friendships in the midst of disagreement, and the school gives us the faith needed to help each other, to fulfill our purpose, and lead each other to heaven.
Chesterton.
Chesterton. Chesterton.
Chesterton.
That's the Chesterton difference.
Bravo to House Chrysostom. Again, it's a great joy and a pleasure to see the fruits of your labors, that creativity, the ability to write, to speak in this persuasive and compelling way. Again, that tremendous leadership that you have demonstrated in the way that you pulled the students of your house together to create this project, the way that you all have pulled the students together across the entire school to promote this project. Again, I thank you, all the students, for your efforts, and thank you all for joining us this evening. Once again, you'll see a link in the chat where you can donate to Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. You can also follow the QR codes on the screen. And as we are wrapping up here, as I've got my final comments this evening, I want you to know that these videos will be available beyond this broadcast this evening, and you'll be able to find those videos with the link that we're putting in here to you as well. And we want to encourage you to view those. And this is another way that you can help us out at Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. We thank you again for your prayers. We thank you for your financial donations. We thank you for promoting these videos. Please encourage other people to watch those, to see the students in action, to see that leadership that's being formed. Again, please go to the link in the chat box, to the QR code, and support Chesterton Academy of the Sacred Heart. I know that for me, as I look around, I know that there's a great need in our society for great leaders, for leaders who have integrity, for leaders that have strong character, for leaders that are not afraid to speak their faith and to live their faith boldly without fear. I see that around me. And I see these traits being developed in these young men and women. And again, I thank our parents for the opportunity to work with these young men and women, and all of you students, thank you for the joy of getting to spend each day with you in the classroom. I pray for you daily, and thank you for that opportunity. And again, to all of you tuning in tonight, I thank you for joining us, and do sincerely ask you to support these young men and women that I know can bring so much hope to this world around us. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. Good night, and God bless all of you.